Christmas trees on local beaches have become a holiday trend in a number of local shore towns. In Ocean City, there are many to check out, including themed Christmas trees.
And News 4's Ted Greenberg tells us how the spirit of giving is also part of the mix.
They spread joy on the sand, no matter the weather.
In the rain, people will come down. And people make special trips.
Christmas trees dotting Ocean City's coastline, shells and markers provided for personal messages. A holiday draw to the beach that started with just one tree 6 years ago and quickly grew in popularity.
It brings a lot of enjoyment.
There are now more than a dozen trees here. Many have specific themes. This one pays tribute to first responders. Another honors all branches of our nation's military. This tree is dedicated to pets. Photos and remembrances adorn the branches.
Quite a lot of food. We get quite a lot of food.
At the city's south end, the 59th Street tree has bins for folks to drop off non-perishable food for those in need. The donations then taken to the Ocean City Ecumenical Council food cupboard.
We had 5 new families when we were open on Wednesday that had never been here before. So the need is just increasing all the time.
It's the spirit of what we're doing right now. And you hope that people have that same giving attitude and desire throughout the entire year.
Some of the trees aren't very far apart. This one's at 15th Street. Then there are others at 18th, 19th, and 21st. In Ocean City, people tend to enjoy their traditions. And very quickly, this became a tradition for a lot of families.
A growing tradition, generating holiday joy and goodwill. Ted Greenberg, News 4, New York.
It's great to see how it's really taken off, too. Thank you so much for watching.
And stay with us as the news continues.
Right now at 6, the looming government shutdown and getting home from the holidays. It could lead to longer wait times at airport security checkpoints during the holiday season, which is expected to be the busiest on record.
Plus, the fate of the toll. A judge set to rule on whether to put the controversial congestion pricing plan on hold again.
And drone mystery reaction now. The FAA tightening airspace restrictions over the city and several parts of New York. Good evening, everyone. I'm David Usher.
And I'm Natalie Pasquarello. We're going to have more on those stories in just a minute, but we have to start with a breaking news update. A car that slammed into a busy outdoor Christmas market in the eastern German city of Magdeburg, which has killed at least 2 people. One of them, we found out, is a child. At least 60 others were hurt in what authorities believe was a deliberate attack.
Our chief investigative reporter, Jonathan Dienst, in the newsroom with some breaking details. Jonathan?
David, Natalie, German authorities say this appears to be an intentional act. The driver described as a 50-year-old doctor, originally from Saudi Arabia. German police looking into whether this was a so-called lone wolf terror act, the car ramming its way through a crowd at a Christmas market. This shocking video out of Germany shows a terrible scene. Dozens of people run over while holiday shopping. German officials say 2 are dead, one of them a young child, about 60 others injured. 15 of the injured are in critical and serious condition, and officials are warning the death toll could rise. There is an ongoing major police response to what the Germans are calling a mass casualty event. Other Christmas markets in that region are being closed as a precaution. The driver of the vehicle is in custody. He apparently arrived in Germany in 2006 from Saudi Arabia. German officials are now saying they believe he acted alone. They say so far it does not appear he has any criminal past or was on any terror watch list. They say he may have been driving a rental car in the apparent ramming attack. It is still very early in the investigation. Witnesses tell how the car apparently drove right at the crowd of holiday shoppers. The market is in a city of about 2 hours west of Berlin. Again, this apparent car ramming incident appears to be an intentional act. German authorities say the driver's of Saudi origin, and there appear to be no other suspects. Here in New York, the NYPD and FBI officials are being briefed. We're told there are no specific threats here, but as a precaution, the NYPD is boosting security at holiday markets and other key locations across the city, again, as a precaution. And in Germany, again, 2 people confirmed dead, with German officials saying there's concern the death toll could rise. David?
Yeah, heartbreaking night. Jonathan, thank you for updating us. For more on the Christmas market attack in Germany, stay tuned for NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt immediately following this broadcast.
Let's take a minute to talk about the weather because snow's falling across parts of our area. Even the city saw some flakes earlier.
Storm Team 4's Matt Brickman tracking the snow and a big drop in temperature, Matt.
Yeah, Ush, I think we could see our coldest temperatures so far in 2024, right before we flip the calendar. 17 degrees is the mark to beat. We did that in January, but take a look at what happens over coming days. Tomorrow morning, we fall below freezing, down to 18, close call. Sunday morning, Monday morning, I think, is our best shot, down to 15 degrees. So the snow that falls through the night tonight and into tomorrow morning very well could stick around for a couple of days. Right now, we're starting to see a bit of a lull developing right in the middle of your screen. Take it down the Hudson Valley through the city. I'll put Storm Tracker 4 in motion here, and you're seeing some of those deeper blues turning lighter and even some holes showing up in the radar. We're starting to see the moisture source from this low pressure system pull away, while the rest of the Alberta Clipper snow has yet to move through. That'll come through overnight tonight and should deliver maybe as much as an inch for the city before that frigid first weekend of winter. We'll talk about that and a warmer finish to the year in your exclusive 10-day forecast coming up. Back to you.
Okay, Matt, everybody, of course, keeping an eye on the weather because with Christmas approaching, a record-breaking holiday travel surge expected in the coming days. AAA projecting a more than 6% increase from last year. At least 119 million people estimated to travel over Christmas and New Year's, nearly 8 million of them by air. Airlines are encouraging passengers to arrive 2 hours early for your domestic travel, then 3 hours early for international flights. Ush.
And concerns about that rush, Natalie, right now because the countdown is on with a government shutdown. Now, in less than 6 hours, lawmakers have until midnight to hammer out a deal on a temporary spending budget. If they don't, a shutdown could impact holiday travel just days before Christmas because air traffic controllers and TSA employees are government workers. Let's find out more. News 4's Adam Harding is at Newark Liberty to kind of walk us through this. Adam?
Yeah, David, a lot we got to get to. It is a Friday night, the Friday before the Christmas rush. Airports, of course, very busy. At this hour right now, the House taking up a vote on this potential government shutdown. They now have less than 6 hours to get a deal done. If they do not, one of the major impacts we might see from this potential shutdown would be felt at airports nationwide.
Just a Christmas vacation.
Passengers tonight ready for takeoff at Newark Liberty.
It's holiday travel. It was fine.
But as the clock counts down to the holidays, concern is growing lawmakers in Washington may be delayed in striking an 11th hour deal to avoid a government shutdown right in the middle of this busy travel season.
I hope, regardless of politics, that members of Congress understand that everybody wants to get home for the holidays. Everybody wants their kids. Everybody wants to relax and enjoy, including them. So I trust they will do the right thing.
Should a shutdown happen, the TSA says 59,000 essential employees would still show up to work. They'll be needed as the agency expects to screen 40 million passengers over the next 2 weeks. An extended shutdown, they warn, could lead to longer wait times at airports just in time for your trip back home.
More vacation, I guess.
I'm hoping my TSA pre-check pays off.
The last shutdown saw a surge in call-outs from essential workers, which ultimately brought it to an end. Lawmakers have until midnight to strike a deal. Diana Prince flew in from Florida.
It has not been bad at all. It's been wonderful. We got right through from Orlando. We landed here, breezed right through. It hasn't been bad so far. But we fly home on Christmas, so who knows?
David and Natalie, we are keeping a close watch on the developments, fast-moving developments out of our nation's capital. Moments ago, the House passing after taking up the vote to potentially avoid this government shutdown. That now heads to the Senate. Moments ago, the president urging these lawmakers to come together and pass this legislation. Of course, they have until midnight to get a deal done. Otherwise, that government shutdown would take hold. The last shutdown, we're told, lasted about a month, but it was because of those workers who called out that helped bring it to an end. We're live in Newark tonight. I'm Adam Harding, News 4, New York.
All right, Adam, with the late breaking details, thank you. Concern continues to grow over the recent drone sightings all around the Northeast. Officials now expanding some of the restrictions on drone flights in New York. The FAA banning drones in several dozen communities around parts of the 5 boroughs, Long Island, Westchester. It's not clear exactly why these areas were chosen, but Governor Kathy Hochul said the goal here is to keep drones away from critical infrastructure sites.
This is the kind of measure that we've been looking for some time, as we've seen more and more hobby drones and commercial drones being flown around the city.
Officials say violators could see their drone license suspended or revoked, or even face criminal charges. Authorities can also use deadly force to take the drone out of the sky. The restrictions will remain in place through at least January 18th.
Today, a Manhattan federal judge kept everyone waiting to see whether or not he would decide to allow congestion pricing to begin as scheduled. Right now, the toll is set to take effect 30 seconds past midnight on January 5th. News 4's Andrew Siff's been following the saga of congestion pricing and has more now on this legal hurdle the toll is still facing. Andrew.
Yeah, David, the plaintiffs in this case were hoping the judge would deliver a preliminary injunction from the bench late today, but he didn't do that, reserving his decision for another day. And so as of now, January 5th is still the date when congestion pricing begins. 16 days until those electronic license plate readers get switched on, but opponents still fighting to keep them off. A group of New Yorkers today even holding signs outside federal court that say, "Axe the tax."
They need to look at the economic impact of such a policy and how it would affect small businesses and everyday residents of New York City.
In the Manhattan case, multiple plaintiffs are asking the judge for an injunction. The Trucking Association of New York saying, "We are looking for pricing parity. This program is not fair." The Teachers Union saying New Jersey and Connecticut residents will suffer. Tax relief is unavailable to commuters out of state. But Judge Louis Lyman has so far sounded sympathetic to the MTA, saying at one point of the tolling plan seems like a kind of good idea. Starting January 5th, the peak price for cars with Easy Pass, $9. While off-peak is $2.25. Peak hours are 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. weekdays and 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. on weekends. MTA officials say they assume the toll will begin as scheduled.
Are we changing our behavior, our strategy, and our execution? The answer is no.
The MTA banking on billions of dollars in revenue from the toll to modernize the system, including new signals and new subway cars. But opponents aren't giving up.
I think it's a regressive, discriminatory tax. I think it's a shame that we want to cut the island of Manhattan in half.
New Jersey moving forward with its bid to derail the toll on environmental grounds. Despite Governor Kathy Hochul's confirmation this week, she's offered cash to settle the case.
We've made multiple offers to settle this lawsuit. Very generous offers.
Sources tell us that the offer from New York State exceeds $100 million, in part because New Jersey argued that communities like Bergen County were going to see an uptick in traffic as people head for the George Washington Bridge to try and avoid central Manhattan. But again, those talks have stalled. Still waiting on that New Jersey judge as well. Congestion pricing set to begin January 5th. We're live in Lower Manhattan. Andrew Siff, News 4 New York.
Andrew, staying on top of it as usual. Thank you for the update. Luigi Mangione, the man charged in the shooting death of United Healthcare CEO, will appear in state court on Monday for an arraignment. Yesterday, Mangione was hit with 4 new federal charges that include stalking and the murder of Brian Thompson. Mangione being held at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Sunset Park, Brooklyn. It's actually the same facility as Sean Diddy Combs.
Coming up, Partied Out. Word that the retail chain Party City is going out of business after more than 40 years.
Plus, you're going to see how the basement of a hospital has been transformed into a holiday wonderland to bring joy to the youngest patients. You're going to meet the people who made the magic happen.
Tonight, we hear from those who could be impacted most by a government shutdown. We'll have a late update. Plus, what's the worst time to drive during the holiday rush? We go inside Google Maps to see how they calculate the traffic and more when we see you back here for Nightly News.
Disney on Ice presents Frozen and Encanto. Celebrate the power of love. Y Familia. Tickets on sale now. Coming to the New York, New Jersey area January 2nd through 19th. For show details, visit DisneyOnIce.com today.
Joy and happiness. Who doesn't wish for more of it for the ones we love? This year, if you'd like to do more than wish, consider working with Closet Factory to reimagine the spaces where you live and build them beautifully with powerful organization in their very design that's known to create more time, extra space, and added peace in your home. Just the recipe for joy and happiness, included with every design from Closet Factory.
Golden Nugget Online Casino invites you to turn the cold gold. Bring Vegas excitement right to your phone and transform moments of downtime with all your favorite casino games, plus special seasonal offers. Jackpot!
Excuse me, miss?
Make this a season to celebrate before it's gone. New players deposit $5 and spin for a shot at $1,000 in casino credits. Make any moment golden.
Vinyl flooring is luxurious and soft underfoot. Right now at National Floors Direct, get an entire room of luxury vinyl flooring installed the next day for just $788 and no interest for 1 year. Call 888-400-FLOOR. We'll bring the store to your door.
ShopRite shoppers, we've lowered prices and locked them in.
Locked in. Boom shakalaka.
Lock and roll. Get locked-in prices on cooked smoked butt half ham, only 89 cents per pound. And Barilla pasta, just $1.29. Only at ShopRite.
2 top travel advisors compete to land a celebrity client.
This is incredible. I don't know how you top today.
Who will win by going the extra mile?
If I would have been on the trip, the outcome would have been different.
Saturday after SNL.
Well, you could say the party's over for New Jersey-based Party City because, according to CNN, the company is winding down operations immediately, closing all of its stores, ending nearly 40 years in business. Party City emerged from bankruptcy back in January of 2023, but has struggled to pay off its $1.7 billion in debt. We talked to some shoppers in the city today, and one of them said that she paid $4 for items that should have cost $30 and said the employees told her that Party City now offering discounts. Party City, the largest party supply store in the U.S. Dave.
Natalie, right now, crews still working to repair a 20-inch water main in Union Township, New Jersey. This is 3 days after it burst. New Jersey American Water isolated the problem to Morris Avenue. The street's going to remain closed as those crews continue to work to restore water service and repair the road.
I'm just hoping they fix it as soon as possible just because I really need it as a server and also as a college student. So I really am banking on this weekend just to give me the most amount of money I can get. So I'm just praying that it figures itself out.
People in Union and Somerset counties say the water smells like gasoline and paint thinner. In response, New Jersey American Water says they are flushing hydrants and monitoring the water for any odors.
All right, next up, you don't want to miss this. Something special for the youngest patients at Memorial Sloan Kettering.
Nearly 25,000 lights, nearly 3 city blocks long. We are taking you to this winter wonderland, and you will never guess who helped Santa make this all happen.
Your mornings are fast. That's why Today in New York is moving even faster to get you ahead of the day.
We're bringing you big stories from overnight.
Chopper 4 is a view of breaking news. Weather changing fast. We're on it.
With the most powerful and precise radar, Storm Tracker 4.
Think you've got the fastest route? Only if you know where to avoid.
I've got some good news here.
Mornings are fast. Be prepped and ready with your all-local team. Today in New York.
Dan loves a good sale.
Sale?
You need a hand, Dan?
Yeah, I'm good. Canola's on sale. Gonna grab that.
We have a situation in aisle 7.
Hi, Dan.
Whatever the moment,
Angela, thank you.
We'll meet you there. Stop and shop. Feed the moment.
Cohen's Fashion Optical can help you look and see your best. Together, our eye doctors and stylists will help you find the perfect pair of glasses. Book your eye exam with one of our board-certified optometrists. And for a limited time, get a complete pair of eyeglasses for only $99. Don't forget to use your FSA and HSA dollars before they expire. We also accept most insurance plans. Stop by or visit us at cohensfashionoptical.com to book your comprehensive eye exam today. Cohen's Fashion Optical.
James, you wear a lot of hats. You're a veteran and household chef, a self-taught barber, and dream chaser, and student. You're an Ander. At National University, we see the whole you. That's why we've created online and hybrid programs that flex to help you balance your full life, so you can focus on what's right in front of you. National University, supporting the whole you.
The holidays and Chevy Silverado and off-road adventure and towing with confidence and tech you can count on. And it all comes together in a Chevrolet. Or current qualified Chevy lessees can get this Silverado for around $359 a month. Or use Red Tag Bonus Cash to get $47.50 total cash allowance on this Silverado.
When you holiday the Bob Swing, you never have to haggle to get the lowest price for the best features. And that means I've got reclining sofas for just $5.99 each, and power reclining sofas for just $7.99 each. Dare to compare at Bob's Discount Furniture.
Game time! Wing time! Now it's a tailgate!
Getting together? The bold Louisiana flavors and satisfying crunch of Popeye's wings are always the right call.
Have that chicken from Popeyes!
This week, stop and shop for great deals. Cook's Spiral Sliced Ham is 99 cents per pound. Plus, we'll match any lower price you show us from a competitor's ad. And Lay's Kettle Potato Chips or Santitas Tortilla Chips are $1.77 each when you buy two. Stop and shop. Feed the moment.
Okay, Matt Brickman here. Many people hitting the roads. They got a lot of plans.
Yes.
How are we looking?
Well, not great if you're moving anywhere tonight or early tomorrow morning. Could see some icy spots, snow, and some much colder temperatures. You wait till Sunday and beyond, things will be looking a little bit better for you. Let's give you a look at the radar right now because it is lit up with the colors of the season. We've got some blue and green indicating rain and snow, and we'll see that continue, I think, through the evening tonight and into tomorrow morning. There's some bands there, heavier north and west, Warren and Sussex County, where there's already some snow down, and I think those spots could be among the greatest snow totals that we see by the time this is all said and done. So when is that going to be? Well, we're going to see a lull. Actually, if you watch this over the last 3 hours, what you'll notice is those deeper blues, the heavier snowfall rates, kind of go away. And we're seeing this nice drying trend here in the middle. Maybe a couple of flurries linger, but not much beyond that. What's happening is the source of this moisture, a low pressure system that's right now over the Atlantic, is moving further away. As that exits, we're going to enter kind of this in-between time through the evening hours tonight where that snow goes away. There's 10 o'clock, not really anything doing. But as we get overnight, we get this push of a secondary system. This is Alberta Clipper that swings through into tomorrow morning. And with colder temperatures, I do think we fall below freezing eventually tonight. That will allow the snow to stick. Now, a dusting to an inch for all those lighter blue shaded areas, which do include the 5 boroughs out to parts of Long Island, Westchester, Fairfield County. But you go north and west through Orange County, through Morris County, where there's already over an inch of snow down, and up into Sullivan and Pike. We could see 1 to 3 inches of snow tomorrow morning. Perfectly timed, I might add, for the winter solstice, the shortest day of the year. Flip that another way, different perspective. We start gaining daylight on Sunday. Our days are getting longer here very quickly. So only 9 hours and 15 minutes of daylight today, but we're adding sunshine and daylight and eventually warmer temperatures as we get later into the forecast. Right now we're at 35 degrees. Dew points are pretty similar to our air temperatures, so we're not going to see a big drop in temperatures tonight. Only down to about 30 degrees early tomorrow morning. No warm up through the day, unfortunately. 33 and breezy, so wind chills in the teens and 20s tomorrow, and then into Sunday morning. Look at this. Wind chills down to 5 in the city. Stay inside Sunday morning. By the afternoon, highs only in the 20s. Another cold day on Monday, and then a chance of rain and snow on Christmas Eve. But for the holiday itself, things look warmer and dry. Back to you guys.
Okay, Matt, thanks. And it's Winter Wonderland right behind me here. True labor of love created by volunteers at Memorial Sloan Kettering to help the youngest patients get into the holiday spirit.
The volunteers use their own money on thousands of lights, decorations, and music to create this spectacular scene. News 4's Jessica Cunnington has a look at the holiday helpers behind this magic.
It is the definition of decking the halls. Everywhere you turn, another detail.
There's 4 trains, 6 large toy soldiers, I think 22 elves on the shelves.
And it just keeps going. This is underneath Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center.
It's the basement hallway, and we transform it into this every year.
These soldiers were handmade.
All by the hands of about 30 employees in the facilities department who volunteer their time and talents.
Any free time we get, we do this.
They say, oh, you guys are just a painter, an electrician, or a carpenter, or a plumber. It's like, no, not really. You know, we can do a lot of other things. It comes from within the heart.
Everybody works together as a team, and we do our best. And this is the results. This is what you get here.
I think it's really cool and fun, and it makes it so much easier for the kids to lighten the mood and to get into the Christmas spirit.
This is what brings me joy, is to see their faces.
Their eyes light up and their face light up. And, you know, for all the trials and tribulations that they're going through, to do something small like this.
Can't even describe it. It's giving them some hope and joy and comfort for whatever they're going through.
I really like all the lights.
It's 11-year-old Ida Salisbury's first time down the holiday hallway.
I wish my room was like decorated like this.
We've been up in a hospital room for quite a while and then dealing with all sorts of stuff, and then it's like we're in a different universe. She's so worried about not being in the hospital for Christmas and for her birthday, for chemo or for surgery, and the first moment's like, hey, it's Christmas time. This is really special.
So happy that they did this because it brings a lot of happiness to the kids, and it brings the whole Christmas season here.
Merry Christmas.
Holiday wishes and thank yous also fill up the walls of one hallway that has filled so many hearts.
Merry Christmas.
Jessica Cunnington.
It is magic.
News 4, New York.
Magic indeed. Coming up on News 4 at 7, we're getting word that the strike by some Amazon employees is now spreading here in New York, where workers are said to be planning the next walkout. We're coming back with John Chandler and our local sports highlights.
Are you ready? Next, Kelly, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, plus a performance from Suki Waterhouse, and more holiday surprises.
Let's do it!
I am very jealous.
Monday at 3 on NBC for New York. Closed captioning provided by Toyota. Let's go places.
You know, sometimes the best gift isn't something you unwrap. It's that moment when everyone's together, sharing stories and making memories. At Closet Factory, we're grateful to help make space for those magical moments. From our family to yours, we wish you happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and a whole lot of love from Closet Factory. This is what organized feels like.
Tobacco doesn't care about your tomorrow. Fight for your future. Quit smoking today. You can quit. Call 1-866-NY-QUITS.
When a car hit me, I called my attorneys now at the Barnes firm. They got me $2 million, 40 times more than the insurance offered.
What's your case really worth? Call now and find out.
Call 1-800-8-billion. See the money won't stay.
This is the most money anyone has won in the history of television.
It's torture.
Deal or No Deal Island, January 7th on NBC and Peacock.
2 top travel advisors compete to land a celebrity client.
This is incredible. I don't know how you top today.
Who will win by going the extra mile?
If I would have been on the trip, the outcome would have been different.
Saturday after SNL.
Laminate floors can take a beating and still look great. Now at National Floors Direct, you can get an entire room of laminate flooring installed the next day for just $555 and no interest for 1 year. Call 888-400-FLOOR. We'll bring the store to your door.
Ever since Kimora was a little girl, she had her sights set on the sky. And Spectrum Internet brought the sky to her fingertips. As Kimora grew, her dreams grew with her, evolving and elevating with unlimited connectivity made possible by Spectrum Internet. Switch to Spectrum Internet Premier for just $30 a month with a 3-year price guarantee. Call 1-833-839-0139. The sky was never the limit for Kimora. Let your dreams take flight and live life unlimited.
This month's MVP on NBC4 is presented by Spectrum, a connection built for everywhere. That's life unlimited. That's Spectrum.
And we head up to Brewster to meet our final MVP of 2024, a high school student who aims big.
The halls of Brewster High School.
are a noisy place. But in a room just past all these trophies, Sophia LaRocca aims for silence.
I just have to relax and let go of everything and focus on the target.
Sophia is a senior and an air rifle marksman. Some of those trophies belong to her.
After Palmetto games, I started to feel very confident in myself, and I'm like, okay, I'm good. I could do anything.
Her coach, Mike Campbell, knew this the first time he encouraged a curious Sophia to take her best shot.
She picked up the air rifle and she pulled the trigger, and then everybody kind of stopped breathing for a second looking at the target. She hit dead center the first time.
Dead center.
I surprised myself.
Then she did it again.
And she did it again. So right off the bat, we knew we just found something.
Sophia had found something too. Her sport.
She came to me and she said, they're starting an air rifle team.
You didn't think a rifle, she could hold it properly?
And I was like, you can't shoot a rifle. You have one working arm.
Sophia has little control of her left side.
I lost that connection in my brain to move it completely. My hand is stuck, closed. It can't open at all.
When she was 9, doctors discovered a brain AVM. A year later, Sophia had a stroke.
It left her paralyzed on the left and partially blind. And the doctor said she can't do any sports, so she had her dreams crushed.
When I first had my stroke, I felt like I couldn't do anything. I felt hopeless, helpless.
But now she sees endless possibility.
It meant everything to me. I have friends who were doing sports, and I was like, I have nothing.
Sophia joined Brewster's Navy Junior ROTC program, a nod to her great-grandfather, a World War II veteran.
It's a great honor to know that she is following sort of like in my grandfather's footsteps, going with the Navy.
And with her sister's support,
my younger one and my older one looks out for Sophia.
Sophia competes in national tournaments and dreams of an even bigger stage.
My main goal is to get into the Paralympics in 2028.
I think it's extremely realistic, and she's got a natural talent for it.
She's got a shot.
Remember the name in 2028. Do you know an outstanding student athlete who is a game changer? Visit NBCNewYork.com/MVP to share the story of your local athlete, age 13 and over, who serves as an inspiration in their sport to their teammates and community. And tonight, the first ever 12-team college football playoff officially underway. It is an in-state battle. Number 7 Notre Dame hosting 10th-ranked Indiana in South Bend. And congrats to Sophia on what has been a great career so far. A lot ahead of her.
Keep her number, 2028. You might be covering her. I think so.
Love it.
Absolutely. And well written, John, as always. Thank you, sir. Coming up next on NBC Nightly News, what those who could be impacted most in a government shutdown have to say. Again, the House just voted on a continuing resolution. We'll follow that throughout the evening. Also, AI revolution inside what's the worst time to drive during the holiday rush. An inside look at Google Maps to see how they calculate the traffic and more, and how a lesson in dining etiquette turned into a meal the kids will never forget. NBC Nightly News is next.